Good morning from Spy H.Q. It is early morning, it is coffee time, and this is a definitely different camera angle than you're normally used to seeing over on the Spy Flight here. One of the common questions that I get is if you got any kind of a behind-the-scenes tour of how you've got your controllers set up and some other things. So instead of being over in the big chair with a steady camera, we've got the iPhone camera here, and let's see if we can't go and look around and see what's going on. Starting the tour off, this is what I see. So this is my end of the Spy Flight live stream. And as you can see, there's a keyboard, there's a mouse, there's a mixer, and I'm using basically a 3-monitor setup here. So let's see, the first monitor, this one over here on the right, that you can see the Windows toolbar, so that would be considered the primary monitor. And that monitor, you can see I've got my charts over there. There's Sim-Toolkit Pro. My flight notes are up in the upper right-hand corner. So that's sort of like the main work monitor. Over next door, this is, of course, Microsoft Flight Simulator. That's the main gaming monitor that I have set up, and I always like to have that one in the middle. Next, you can see a monitor that I have in portrait mode over there. And the color bars you see, yeah, old school TV color bars. Most important for me on that one, though, is the clock. One of the things, the old school TV things that I try to bring to the live stream is starting on time. If I say that I'm going to be at 1900 Zulu, I try to be at 1900 Zulu. I'm sure that you can see my Discord down there. Usually for the live stream, that's the Twitch application for creators. That's how you change the title and do all the other things that live streamers do. Okay, probably the biggest thing here is the audio mixer. This is a Rodecaster Pro, and important to me, I guess because I'm an old school broadcaster, is being able to hear a live mix in my earbuds. I really want to hear everything that's going out live as it's going out. You know, when you spend 30 years doing something, I guess you'll learn to do some things. So this is how it is that I'm able to go and hear a live mix. There are other ways to do it. This was just the solution that worked for me. Next, this is a really great tool, Stream Deck. Even if you're not live streaming, you know, there are flight simmers that have a Stream Deck and they use that for the automatic pilot, autopilot controls, and it seems to be working really, really well. Good quality microphone. A lot of people, when they start live streaming, they're really, really worried about the quality of the video. Audio quality is important too. So a good quality microphone. Now, if you're just starting out, you don't have to worry about that. You can use a headset with a USB mic, and that's going to get you going. But when you're ready to start leveling up, good quality audio is good. When I started leveling up, I also decided on a good quality camera. This is the Canon EOS that I use for the main in-your-face camera. Another thing, whether you're a live streamer or not, if you're going to be doing flight sim, you're going to have lots of USB. And a powered USB hub is absolutely mission critical. Okay, let's take a look at some of the controllers here. And obviously, this is the Thrustmaster. This is the Airbus TCA throttle quadrant, and I've also got speed brakes and flaps, and I've got 2 of them side by side. So here's the deal. I decided to have 2 of them side by side so I could control 4 engines. So that's going to be on the Airbus A340, it's going to be on the 747, and the 3 engines for the MD-11. The thing about this is, let's see if I can actually do this here, is let's go over here. So you can kind of see that you can get all 4 of these and it does work. Being able to go and do the thrust reversers is going to be kind of hard. So this is not perfect for a 4-engine setup, especially for thrust reversers, but it does seem to be working pretty good. This also works great with the PMDG Boeing 737. Speed brakes work. The landing gear lever is not so great with that. I still use a button for landing gear. The parking brake and the flap lever, that's not going to work too terribly well with the PMDG, but of course it works great with Airbus. Next to that, you can see my checklists. I am trying to start using checklists and stuff like that with some of the more complex airplanes. And it's all sitting on It's all sitting on plastic tubs. The reason I like these tubs is, first of all, as a broadcaster, I spent most of my life moving around. And so instead of boxes and boxes, I slowly started investing in these things to make moving easier. The thing I like about this is I can have a tall one there and a medium one there, or two medium ones, so I can control how high up and down the thing goes. And so that's how it is that I'm able to have a perfect level for my throttles right there. You probably also saw on the ground there a little one of those dustbuster rag things. Hey, these are computers, and you know what computers do? Yeah, they do nothing but collect freaking dust. Looking over here, you can see the side stick, and the side stick is sitting there. You see the blue thing behind that? That's sort of one of those little weight belt things that you could put on your ankles. I used to use that a lot when I was doing cycling, bicycle racing and stuff, but it's a perfect thing to be able to use to kind of keep that from moving around a lot. And this has been working for me absolutely. I've really been enjoying the Thrustmaster TCA Airbus stuff. You can see some crosswind rudder pedals down there. Yeah, those are the crosswinds that T-Bird sent me, and I've got to tell you, those are probably the most solid controllers you can get for flight sim. You might have also noticed an old set of headphones there. Those are my headphones from my days in radio. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. If I'm using, if I'm going to be flying around on DCS World, I have those headphones because I have track IR. A couple of safety tips that I wanted to bring up to over here. You notice the coffee mug over there, and then there's also that little thing that you can go and put a cold drink on. And if you look at my setup over here, you've probably noticed those things are a long way away. So I kind of have to reach for the cup of coffee to be able to grab that thing. Keeping the coffee and the adult beverages and the soda pop and everything as far away from, you know, your keyboard and your mixer is a really good idea, especially when you get busy on approach and you're going to reach for something and there's a cup in the way. That's just an important way to keep things from spilling all over the place. There's Stormy the gaming computer. So Stormy is over there. I've also got a small camera on a stand there. I'm trying to set up some things so that we can go and do a in-cockpit camera for the controllers. Spy hat, there's where the Spy hat hangs out, so that's a good place to keep that out of the way. And that's really about it. TV up there and speakers. Hardly ever turn that TV on. I don't even think it's connected to cable. It's never been connected to cable, so don't really watch that very much anymore. And okay, so another important thing, if you're going to be doing live streaming, you might have noticed on the wider shot I've got those LED lights over there and another set of LED lights there. Notice that they're at a different level and one is further away from the other one. So that's going to make a little bit better lighting, and when you finally decide to start doing a level up type of a deal, staggering your lighting there, not just having them, you know, equal distant on either side of you to create a lighting triangle, is going to create a few shadows on your face and you're going to look a little bit more normal. Over by the fireplace, those are covers for the spy stories and a couple of spy artifacts and things like that from that part of my day. And that is essentially it. This is the Spy Cockpit. It works great, and it's part of the fun part of my day. I hope you enjoyed getting to take a little bit of a look behind the scenes there. So my day for live streaming and stuff like that, I actually start about 4, 5, sometimes 6 hours early on preparations. And some of those preparations include just making sure that all the drivers are updated. That way things go smoothly. And so if you're planning on doing a live stream, you know, a couple hours before your live stream, if you can just go and check and make sure your drivers are updated and the computer's not cranky about stuff, that does make your day just a little bit better. Beyond that, it's coffee time for me. I'm going to go and see if I can extract the video out of the iPhone, put it over on Stormy, and do some editing and see if I can't pop this up over on YouTube. And then it's time for me to go and look and see what your flight suggestions are, and we'll go and figure out where we're going to go next week. then it's time for coffee and then just an afternoon of sitting back, watching some other live streams, and enjoying a day off. I will look forward to seeing you again on Twitch real soon, and again, soon here on YouTube. I am new here on YouTube, so I certainly appreciate the fact that you've watched the video. Likes and shares are certainly appreciated. I also want to thank donors on Ko-fi and Patreon. You are definitely the jet fuel in my flight plan to make this work. Finally, just thank you so much for watching the Spy Flight. Thanks for joining me every day. It's still a crazy world out there, and it is so nice to get to spend time each day with you. Check in, see what's going on in your world, and go and do a flying adventure somewhere. So I'm going to look forward to seeing you on Twitch soon, and again here on YouTube. As always, stay healthy, stay safe. Cheers.